Hey dolls, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. In today's video, I have some modern boho decor pieces. I really hope you enjoy it because I had a lot of fun making them. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michawn and I do DIYs, hauls, and other fun things. If you enjoy doing some low budget crafting, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell so you're notified every time I upload. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. All right dolls, let's get started. So for the first DIY, I am using two of these bunny signs from Easter. They say welcome and have bunnies on the bottom. I attempted to take these off. I had another DIY where I was able to accomplish that, but this time not so much luck. So I just kind of forgot all about it. I went ahead and took an X-Acto knife. I wish I had a box cutter at this time. I just recently bought a box cutter, but I had to take my X-Acto knife. I went down and cut it in half and then sanded down the sides so I can get a smooth finish. Then I went ahead and painted all of the sides white. Obviously the sides that don't have the sign that were still stuck on them. I went ahead and painted them white, but not all the way to the edge because those are going to be covered. And this is Snow White from Apple Barrel over at Walmart, where you probably can't find anymore now. And then I took these popsicle sticks or painting stir sticks. I got these from Walmart as well. I'm painting these truffle chalk paint color. I've had this paint for a very long time. What I'm doing is actually I watered it down so I can get a wood grain look effect from it. And I did 4 popsicle sticks for each sign. So I started off with 2 signs, and since I cut them in half, I have 4 signs now. And then I'm going to go ahead and place those how I want them and go ahead and mark down with my pencil where I need to cut the ends. And I only have to cut 2 of them. So only cut the ones that are on the sides of the sign that are vertical. Yeah. And then just sand those down so that way you get a smooth finish as well. And I took this first popsicle stick and just lined it up to the second one to get where I needed to cut it at. And then once I was done with that, I just put some hot glue on the back of all of the popsicle sticks and then just laid them down. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take these stickers, these letter and number stickers that I got from Target, and I'm going to go ahead and use those. At this time, I didn't have rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree. This was a while ago that I recorded this. So that's why I'm using these. And all I did to keep it in a straight line is go ahead and use my ruler to make sure that my letters lined up correctly. Now, I'm making 4 signs, and 2 of them are specifically like for the bathroom. One says have a seat, the other one says don't forget to flush, and then 2 other ones, they could be used for the restroom, but they also could just be small decor pieces for like a room. They say good morning gorgeous and hello handsome, and I added some other little pieces. Like for the gorgeous sign, I added a cute little pink flower, so you can just use them for anywhere. I'll probably put them in our guest bathrooms. We have 2 of them, and I think they'll just be so cute on the wall as is. So there you can see some of the embellishments that I put, some greenery and a bead tassel. For the next DIY, I'm using 2 more wine bottles that I have too many left over. If you're like me in quarantine, you're probably drinking some wine, so I have leftovers. What I'm going to do for this first bottle, after I remove the label, is go ahead and glue some twine at the bottom until I feel like it's enough. Then I go ahead and tape off the bottleneck. I don't know why I didn't tape off where the twine was, but anyways, I went ahead and painted this Snow White and let that dry really well, and then covered the bottleneck with some twine. The second bottle, I went ahead and painted the bottleneck and the bottom white, and then I found this cute twine rope from one of my grocery stores, Kroger. It's like white and brown twisted and I put that around it. And then I put wrap twine in all the other voided spaces. Then to give this a little bit more embellishment, I decided to go ahead and make like a tassel necklace. This was my first time making one of these for a wine bottle, so I'm not particularly sure if I did it correctly, but I did it the way that I liked it. It was a little bit too big for my wine bottle, so I decided to go ahead and hot glue some of the pieces so it could stay on because it was falling. And then I cut the tassel a little bit. I wish I didn't do this because it looks kind of silly. It's really, really short, but I actually really like it still. And then the other wine bottle, I went ahead and glued beads around the void space because I didn't have any more twine. I really love how these look. You can put them anywhere in your house. For the third and final DIY, I'm using 2 of these signs from Dollar Tree, and then I have these greenery picks from Target. I actually got these picks when they were on sale. They were 70% off. Then this paint is a high gloss paint. I didn't know that it was high gloss white paint. I needed paint and everybody is out of like chalk paint, so this is what I had to get and I just had to go with it. So I went ahead and painted the signs white, and then I took off the top pieces. These are the top pieces that were on the sign, and I'm painting those a truffle chalk paint color. I'm not watering this down. I'm just using it as is, the color that it is. Set those aside to dry. My signs are finally dry. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good sand down because it's really glossy, so that way I can get a little bit of that off. I have a bunch of these beads from Amazon, and then I just go ahead and glue those down to the bottom, like where the flag looks like a flag part is at the bottom, and then I just glue those down on both of those signs. You can totally choose to string these up with some twine and then glue them down that way, but I chose not to because I thought that it would be easier just to glue them down this way. Then I decided to go ahead and make some tassels for it. So I made 2 tassels for one sign and kind of twisted it up. What I found when you make these tassels, they are really frayed and really kind of wild, which is fine in some aspects, but I didn't really want that look. So I dipped it in water actually and twisted it up so I can get it to look a little calmer. For the other sign, I made 1 tassel and had it go down the middle by just gluing some twine on the back with 1 bead at the top of the tassel. Then I went ahead and glued down the top wood pieces that are now truffle to the top of both of those signs, and then took these greenery picks, cut them down off of the stems a bit, and then just glued them down. I didn't make them flush on to the sign. I very well could have, but I really like the 3D effect that I was getting from it. And I just randomly placed these. There's no rhyme or reason to how they're on the signs. I just kind of placed them the way that I thought that they would look nice. And then to hang it, I'm just taking the twine that actually came on the sign, double knotting both sides, and then gluing them down so it's a hidden hanging piece. So yeah. And I absolutely love how these came out. These are probably my favorite of the 3. All right, dolls, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. All right, dolls, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.